and all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today.
Hey, folks, thank you for being here. And yes, this is the moment where I appreciate all of you. You got to ring of the victory bell for attending a Victory Mindset Academy's Unbox Me Today show. And let me just say, I got an amazing guest, truly inspirational. And let me tell you all about her. So her name is Paige Spears. And after surviving a pulmonary embolism and an anoxic brain injury at age 32, Paige channeled her innate resilience into recovery, finding a whole person focused therapy centered around bringing all the systems into balance in a way that would fit or fill in the pieces and complement standard medicine. So this brought in Paige's entrepreneurial vision of connecting other unsupported brain injury survivors with integrated and functional medicine resources and professionals. So this provides options to choose in alignment with their highest health potentials. Additionally, she is now speaking and writing about her recovery path and how much she has accomplished. So without any further delay, let's talk to the one, the only, the one who walked uphill to school both ways in the snow, barefoot, the one and only Paige Spears. Hey, welcome to the show, Paige. How are you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having me on, Raja.
Oh, I can't wait. And I'm so blessed to have you here with us here today. So if you want to be blessed too, make sure you click the link down below. Make sure that you can also comment on the live as we are here today. So because when you're live, you thrive, and on the replay, you get to play again. So let's just dive right in. So Paige, tell me, wow, what an amazing story. So you had a brain thrombus at age 32. Tell me how hard that was. What did you go through, and how long was the recovery?
Well, what I've concluded happened at the beginning of it all that started it was
Yeah.
taking 5 years of doxycycline prescribed by my family doctor for acne. And that was the first misstep in standard medicine. And that was then followed by also not so great nutrition. And
Mm-hmm.
so my microbiome suffered, and also the neurotransmitter production got thrown off. And that all contributed to anxiety that showed up when I was in my second year of college and 19 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the underlying cause of it, I think. And so I took anti anxiety medications for
Right.
12 years, initially also prescribed by that same family doctor, clonazepam and paroxetine to start. And so I had benzodiazepine dependency there. And the Paxil didn't do me much good either. And both of
Mm-hmm.
those combined with hormonal birth control, also prescribed at the time, that created the situation of the side effect of the blood clots that built up in my lungs over those 12 years.
Oh
And
dear. Wow.
yeah, until I was at my first and only full-time job, and it was at a law firm, ironically a collections attorney, and I was in the medical claims department, and I was with coworkers in the mailroom and felt dizzy and had just enough time to call my now husband, and I lost consciousness, and they did CPR and called an ambulance.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I was inpatient for that for 5 weeks total, about 3 weeks in the university hospital, and 2 weeks after that in the rehab facility. And yeah, that was all kinds of crazy.
Ah,
And
no kidding.
yeah,
Oof.
yeah, they only figured out that it was blood clots when the blood thinners that everyone automatically gets for the ICU started working.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah.
wow. So so now once you knew what it was, like, what is the best treatment approach for either blood clots or also later on you were talking about some emotional issues and health issues. Like, so what kind of a strategy would you recommend to people nowadays?
Well, to prevent everything that happened, a functional nutrition approach and nutritional psychiatry, which seems to be coming more to the forefront these days,
Interesting.
where if I had
Hmm.
had the nutritional testing, then things could have been figured out, and then maybe someone would have recognized that, oh, those antibiotics aren't good for me, and
Hmm.
could have gotten me on more appropriate supplements and a nutrition plan to balance my neurotransmitters naturally. That's
Right.
what ended up happening with 8 months of twice weekly neurofeedback sessions in my first year of recovery. That gave me a good baseline to start with, so then the nutrition could
Hmm.
take it from there.
Got it. And I haven't even heard of nutritional psychology before. That's interesting. We'll definitely have to check that out. So anybody out there, if you know what that is or have worked with somebody, please leave a comment down below so that we can discuss more with people. Like, where do you find them? What's the difference between a normal nutritionist or a normal psychologist? I mean, why? I didn't know you could combine those two fields. Um, so after learning and going through all this and realizing so many things, your body became basically like a chemical soup. What did it take to be your own health advocate and create this personal integrative care team for outpatient support?
Well, since standard psychiatry wasn't doing me any good with just
Mm,
prescriptions,
yeah.
then it was good that I had a referral to neurofeedback from
Right.
the outpatient rehab
Hmm.
center. And I this all happened initially in Missouri, and then I went back to Northern Illinois to recover with my parents for the better part of a year after that. And then by the next August, this happened in May of 2016. And so then by August of 2017, I came back to Missouri and got married.
Oh, wow. So that's short of a time period, huh? So
Hmm.
now, first of all, let me give you a ring of the victory bell because that's just freaking incredible. You survived all that, and then all of a sudden now you're picking up and now you're starting up a new life again. And I mean, I give you kudos for that because that's not an easy thing. I know I've been through two major traumas through car accidents that were 4 years apart, and the second one, my gosh, I got a rear-ending whiplash injury. Is nasty. I gained 75 pounds. It destroyed my life. It caused all sorts of spinal compression and spasms all up and down my neck, shoulder, and back. It was no joke. It took me about 6 years. I finally lost about half that weight, about 40 pounds. So now this year, I'm going to lose the rest of it, and that's it. And so, you know, there are underlying traumas that we're all experiencing, right? And it's important that we all advocate for ourselves and make sure that we get the best possible care ever. Because I got to say, anybody out there who is in the medical system, I think you all know what I'm talking about. It ain't like it used to be. The personal care is really going out the door because everybody's just talking about what are the billing codes, what are the billing codes, what's the ICD codes, and just so they can categorize your illness. And if they can't categorize it, you're not getting the best kind of care that you need. So, what besides what is normal cognitive or either cognitive behavioral therapy from the psychology side or normal like allopathic and medical care, what is your other favorite kind of additional therapy? Because you had mentioned that, and I'm a little curious about that.
I've had chiropractic adjustments. Also, my
Mm,
first ones of those were following
yes.
a relatively minor in comparison whiplash injury in 2013. And so I had a month or two of that, and then
Hmm.
picked up with that again in also near me in Missouri
Yeah.
in 2018, and I've been going there at least once a week since then, and
Hmm.
well, down to every 2 weeks now again. And I found my chiropractor by way of an introduction from a support group facilitator who had her
Beautiful.
chiropractor
Hmm.
as a guest speaker and other things of that nature. And I've also enjoyed therapeutic horseback riding. That was
Oh
one of the
wow.
big therapies that I got into, was referred by a support group in Illinois. And so I started riding there at a barn,
Yeah.
and I had private lessons then, and that was so I could do all the OT things on a horse, like moving my legs from one side to the other and
Mhm.
holding the other ends of a PVC pole in my hands, and my instructor would hold the ends behind the horse, and I would be on the horse and getting some arm
Mhm.
swing working again.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Well, listen, first of all, everybody out there that's here on the live, you thrive, and on the replay, you get to play again. Make sure we're showing down below. Paige has a gift link for you towards her podcast as well on YouTube. So make sure you click that down below. Paige, what are they going to get when they click on that link? What are they going to see?
It's a video series, a playlist of all of my previous guest interviews on the Choose Greater Health show
There
and
you go.
other professionals like Raja and in the integrative medicine field.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. All right. So make sure you click that link below. Totally free for you. And make sure that you will work on that. And also, upcoming is going to be our Rising Tide Summit coming up on 10/10/10, October 10th, 10 a.m. And make sure you don't miss it this year. Could be the last one that we do for a while. So make sure that you don't miss out. And, you know, also, lastly, for those that have not been a part of it yet, make sure you come to our Speaker Confidence Mastermind on Tuesday nights. It is your chance to start to elevate yourself to the next version of you. Make sure you grab that. All right, so let's shift gears a little bit. Talk more about you as a person, and this is where I call the speed dating round, or like the softer side of Sears here. Because people want to connect with you. We're going to connect with some more people, especially with anybody that I know that is in different groups that have special abilities or special disabilities, or what I'm calling invisible superpower. So there has to be someone in our fields that are going to overlap. So like I will definitely talk it up and make sure that they know how to connect with you. So tell me a little bit more about where did you grow up, and how did you grow up?
Grew up in Ferguson, Missouri. It's a
Yeah.
suburb of St. Louis, and
Hmm.
then moved up to Rockford, Illinois with my family when I
Yeah.
was 7.5, and lived there until college. And I started college at William Woods University in Fulton, Missouri in
Hmm.
fall of 2002.
Yep.
And I started out as an equestrian major. And
Oh, really?
yeah, since I'd
Wow.
done a lot of horseback riding even before that.
That's pretty
And
cool.
then once the anxiety hit, all that occurred to me was to transfer schools, and that
Yeah.
did feel better. I transferred to Beloit College in southern Wisconsin, closer to home
Hmm.
at the time, and then I got my BA in dance,
No kidding. Nice. That's pretty cool. Now,
and
now what about?
eventually did move back to Missouri to be with my now husband.
Okay. So now, so while growing up, was there either like a movie or a book that kind of helped inspire you or to get you into horseback
The Saddle Club
riding?
series, and also A Horse for All Seasons by Sheila Kelly Welch.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Um, what is, what's your favorite kind of music? I always find this fascinating.
Classic rock or
Hmm.
instrumental jazz.
Ah, classic rock. So, for example, who? You're talking like Jimi
Stevie
Hendrix,
Wonder.
The Doors, Stevie Wonder. Ah, yes, good stuff. I gotta say, like, I love the area right around late 50s, 60s. You start getting into like that Motown sound, And I remember like hearing the Temptations and hearing those beautiful harmonies and just basically storyteller. I mean, I gotta say, Smokey Robinson is one of the most underrated songwriters of all time. He has the most number one hits of any songwriter in the world. So, shout out to Smokey there. So what about, and before we switch gears again, just want to ask you, like, first of all, amazing story. Make sure you click on her link down below. Let's put it up again. Where the VAs? Come on, VAs. Let's get on the ball. There we go. There it is. It's back up. Make sure you grab that link and you watch that Choosing Greater Health. podcast series. So, you know my YouTube channel at Rajav Speaker. So make sure you watch that as well. All these interviews of coaches, authors, speakers, and heartfelt entrepreneurs. You get to meet with them. And as I delve forward more into AI project skills and project management, you're going to hear more about that. Business leaders showing examples of true business excellence. All right. So, Paige, last question before we shift gears over here. What is your favorite kind of food?
I currently like to make Mediterranean bowls with quinoa and avocados, roasted red peppers, black beans.
Oh, wow.
And that also is what I like to eat at restaurants that have that kind of thing.
That's pretty cool. Okay. So almost Mediterranean diet almost sounds like. Oh, that sounds good. All right. Hello, Whole Foods. Yes. We need a palette of all the like Mediterranean food that you have. All right. So totally real call. They're going to send it to you in the green room. So before we switch over to our 60-second mind shift, I just want to ask you one more thing. What's a fun fact about you that maybe people don't know? What do you want people to recall?
That the youngest horse that I've ever ridden was a 5-year-old mare when I was in my teens. And
Wow.
I've ridden in the countryside in England and also in my teens.
Mhm.
And then went to a camp in Indiana and
Mhm.
rode a thoroughbred on a jump course, and that it was me and one other rider in my division, and I won.
Oh my God! Congratulations! Woo! You're gonna ring the victory bell for that. Beautifully done. All right, I got to say, like on that note, let's shift gears. All right, so let's send Paige to the green room with all that Mediterranean food. I hope she saves me some. Now, let's dive right in because remember, in order for you to create a mind shift in your life, you got to make a what? Not just waves, but something else. When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end. All right, folks. So in today's 60-second mind shift, we're going to talk about recovery. And we're talking about specifically health recovery. So a lot of you think that, I remember when I was at karate and thinking that after my accident, man, my life is over, my body's not healing right. Sometimes I think we just need a break from trying too hard and let your body heal. Let your body get happy. Start to do things that you enjoy. Start spending time around people that you enjoy. I found something that I remember after my accident, 75 pounds overweight, and people start to judge you very differently when that happens. And as a result, everything started to decrease in my life. But until I started to launch my show, launch my speaking career, launch my coaching academy, all of a sudden everything, my 3 best-selling books, and then my TED Talks, and all of a sudden everything started to get fun. Everything became more effortless. And as soon as that started happening, guess what happened? I started losing a pound a week. All of a sudden in 1 year, I lost 48 pounds, right? So now I'm hovering around that area, and I know this year I'm going to lose the rest because I just joined this 30-day swim challenge for the American Cancer Society. I'm going to swim 5 miles in the next 30 days. So right now I'm already at 60 laps, which is let's see how I forget how many that is. I know I have to do 160 laps total to get 5 miles in that 25-meter pool. So I'm at 60 laps done already. So only 100 more to go. So keep tabs on me this week, folks. We're going to see how many more we get. And I can't wait to bring you back. So remember, go out there. Trauma is not permanent. Let your body heal. and let's get back to Paige and see what she says about that. So Paige, welcome back. How was all the food? Did you save me any?
Yeah.
All right. So Paige, what did you think about that 60-second mind shift? What would you add to it?
That good nutrition also can help to maintain a healthy weight rather than medications that can cause weight gain, as in my case.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I remember being on asthma inhalers most of my life since I was in college. And since then, I remember it was so hard to lose weight. And by the way, when I started to somehow when I started to get happy, guess what happened? I super hydrated. I started drinking a ton of water, and I just started eating normal, just going to work, nothing crazy. And guess what happened? Um, I cured my asthma after 30 years. I have not taken an inhaler in almost 2 years now, after 30 years of taking inhalers. So, life can change for you, and it's up to you to do it. You can do it. Your health is in your hands. So, Paige, I just got to say, this has been a fantastic journey that you've gone through, and really is incredible. It's very inspiring. Make sure you click on her link down below. It'll be in the show notes and post, and we'll also make sure that on YouTube that it'll be in like one of the banners. It'll be here, 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 there. You know where it is. You guys are a smart audience out there, so please do that. And so, Paige, last question of the day is just very simply, if somebody gave you a or if somebody gave you a blank check, what would be your grand vision to change the world?
What I would like to see is more awareness of all of the options needed for health. And so I would do things like sponsor functional and integrative wellness events and contribute money to professional education about it.
Oh, I love it. Beautifully said. I love it. Thank you so much, Paige, for being here. This has been a wonderful interview. Thank you so much. For everybody out there, make sure you click your link down below. Make sure you talk to and support the Brain Injury Association. If you want to sponsor me for the swim this month, it is for the American Cancer Society. It's on my Facebook page. And, join us every Tuesday night for the Speaker Confidence Mastermind, because it'll up-level your life. The links are down below. Thank you so much for everybody. And as always, don't fake it till you make it. This is Coach Raja. Believe it and become it. And we'll see everybody on the next show. Bye-bye. All right. So, Paige, great job today. We've got 3 quick questions for you, then we're out of here. Number 1, why did you want to be on the show today?
Because I wanted to invite you onto my show also, and it's good to get the word out about the current situation between standard medicine and what else is available, and encourage people to be their own health advocate.
Absolutely. Be your own health advocate. And number 2, what was your biggest takeaway from the show today? Any part of the training, the show, the comments? What was your biggest takeaway today?
You said it best, and that it's good to take a self-inventory and really lean into your strengths.
I love it. Thank you. And last question, no bias here. Scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend me to somebody else's stage?
10.
10. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much. All right. So, Paige, great job today. We're out of here. Podcast crew knows what to do next, and we'll see everybody shortly. Bye-bye.